On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org. If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
We're the Skinner brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening and welcome to Spring Mills High School for the Region 2 Section 1 championship game between the Hedgesville Eagles and Spring Mills Cardinals. I'm Nick Verzolini, alongside me Kyle McLaughlin. Our cameraman is John Allerton, and back in the studio is Dylan Bishop for tonight's matchup. Spring Mills taking both regular season matchups against the Cardinals, or against the Eagles, and Spring Mills with just one loss in the regular season, a 21-1 record. Hedgesville enters the game at 14-8, coming off of an upset over Martinsburg in the first round of the sectional tournament, ending the Bulldogs' season with a unbelievable defensive performance, allowing just 32 points to Martinsburg, who had been one of the hottest teams in the state. Came in on an 8-game win streak, but the Eagles snapped that 8-game win streak and ended what was a very impressive run for Martinsburg and an impressive season. They were the number 3 team in the state tonight. It doesn't get much easier for Hedgesville as they take on the number 1 team in the state, the Spring Mills Cardinals. Colin, both teams taking the floor here as we get ready for tip-off, and it's going to be quite the matchup tonight between Spring Mills and Hedgesville.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams don't like each other, plain and simple. Will it become too much on one side or the other? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, though, either way, it's still a great basketball game tonight between, as you said, the best team in the state of West Virginia, the Spring Mills Cardinals, and right now the 10th best team, Hedgesville, coming in the final rankings. But as you said, they did just knock off the number 3 team in a fantastic upset. I already see some drawing back and forth here in the pregame warm-ups, so I expect nothing else other than a very tough physical and emotional contest tonight.
Yeah, you have two schools that obviously have history. Hedgesville knocking off Spring Mills last year in the Cardinal Coliseum in this sectional championship game. And then things got a little crazy after the game when Spring Mills administration didn't allow the Eagles to cut down the nets. We saw earlier this season when Spring Mills came to Hedgesville, may or may not have been intentional, seemed kind of intentional, to turn off the scoreboard as soon as Spring Mills won the ball game the other night when they came to Hedgesville. So there's definitely been some off-the-court issues. There's been some on-the-court technicals and stuff like that. But tonight, Colin, it's going to be important for these two teams to keep their emotions in check and focus on the game.
Yeah, because who knows, if it's a close game, technical free throws, every possession matters, and you can't give 3 points to the other team. That's what happened last year in this section championship. So it's a rematch of last year, and went back. Technicals right at halftime on Spring Mills. Made it a one-possession ball game, I believe, because Hedgesville made those and then got possession to start the second half, and then ultimately had a fantastic third quarter, outscoring Spring Mills 21-7 in that third quarter and propelling them to a big win.
It is a completely different Hedgesville team from a year ago. Most of their scoring and all that stuff has left, but under head coach Kelly Church, they've still figured out a way to get to this point. They've still figured out a way to guarantee themselves a trip to the regional, meaning Hedgesville's still here, Colin, despite everything that they lost from last year. It's still a Hedgesville team that's positioned themselves to make a deep playoff run. Spring Mills, they're still a team that's trending upward, but has yet to make it to Charleston, has yet to win a sectional championship, has yet to win, obviously, then a regional championship. So there's still a lot to prove on the Cardinals' side as they try to prove that March, or get into that March mindset that they aimed for before the season.
Yeah, you mentioned that it's a completely different team on the Hedgesville side. It's still a completely different team on the Spring Mill side as well. It's just maybe not new faces. It's more experience for the team. Still a very young team last year. Now a lot of the key players have 3 years under their belt on the varsity lineup. They've been playing together for years now as well, all the way through middle school up until this point. Everything's going right for this team within the state so far, and they're looking to continue that as best as they can tonight.
Let's take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
With
4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states. Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Kyle McLaughlin, John Allerton on camera, Dylan Bishop back in the studio. We're going to now hear from both teams' head coaches here on the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off. Parsons Ford located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons. And then we're getting into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. We'll start with the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Luke Samples, and then hear from Hedgesville head coach Kelly Church. Here's Coach Samples.
Cardinals, Coach, you said before the season you wanted your team to get in that March mindset, and it's March, and your team is here in the sectional championship. So what is it about that mindset that you want to see tonight to set the tone for the rest of the postseason?
Well, I mean, so far we've checked all the boxes. 21-1, won our first EPAC championship, got the 1 seed, propelled ourselves to this position, and now we finally get to play in March. So, battling Frederick High School, who started their playoff journey, and battling a Wheeling Park team at the Palace on the Hill last week. I think, the whole season has just led up to this point, and this is I guess you could say it's a 2-game season now, because the winner loser doesn't go home tonight. But it's a 2-game season. This is what we prepared ourselves for since we lost at Jefferson last year. So this is what it's all about. This is what our kids are ready for, and I'm excited to watch them play.
Obviously, there's still a lot for you guys to achieve this season, but when you look back on the year so far, what do you think has allowed this team to get to this point?
Brotherhood, LEO, love each other. We're around each other year-round. I think they're all best friends. I think there's 30 best friends in there. I think they love their coaches, and we love the heck out of them.
Tonight, Hedgesville, it's grown into quite a big rivalry. There's been some bad blood on both sides. When you look at this game tonight, how do you keep your emotions in check for your players and for yourself, knowing that this has turned into quite a big rivalry, and there's been some stuff on both sides that has, I guess, kind of not looked the best at times?
Yeah, I'm just proud that we've gotten to the point where it is a rivalry. They were beating us by a lot of points when I first came here. It's the kids' game. And that's what everyone has to understand, man. Let the kids play. Coaches need to coach and worry about their own teams. And at the end of the day, we need to shake hands and we need to move on. It's basketball. It's high school basketball. It is a rivalry. It needs to be a healthy rivalry with all the teams in the area. And whoever takes it personal, that's on them. We don't take it personal. We come out here and we try to win the basketball game. And at the end of the day, we shake hands, just like we did at Frederick, just like we did the 21 wins. And win or lose tonight, we're going to try to get better for our next game. And that's all we can do. And it needs to be a healthy rivalry. I think everyone needs to understand that.
When you look at the Hedgesville team in terms of what they do on the court, coming off of a game where they held Martinsburg to just 32 points, what stands out to you about their defense?
Well, I think their defense is fueled by their offense. They don't play very fast, so it doesn't allow the other team to have the ball as much. So their defense is really, really good, but they're not playing it as much as everyone else. They don't have to play it as much because they do run a very slow, methodical offense. The one thing I see, with Hedgesville is they have 3 seniors that play a lot. One's a transfer from us. We know how good he is. He was on our JV team as a freshman. We only have 1 senior and we don't play him a lot. We have 3 sophomores and 3 juniors. We're still very, very young. And what we have to understand is, it's Akwesi Opoku Champong's first ever playoff game. It's Lokai Smith's first ever playoff game. And really, Zay helped us a lot off the bench last year in our second playoff game. But this is only his second playoff game. So again, we have to step up, and our juniors have to act like seniors, and our sophomores have to act like juniors, because at the end of the year, they should be at this point.
What are some keys to get the win tonight?
We just have to be us, man. If we're at our best, I think we've proven that we're really, really hard to beat. So just be us, play the game our way, and move on to next week.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, man.
Here's the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Kelly Church. Coach, your team coming off of the upset win over Martinsburg in the first round of the playoffs. Guaranteeing you at least 2 more games, and that was something that you talked to us about after the game. And just with this group, and everybody not having a lot of high expectations for your team, how's it feel to just be in this position?
Well, I joked around about it. I mean, right as I left when I was talking to you last time, man, it's, I was happy to not be collecting uniforms the next day. Like, they have a pretty resilient group. And again, whether it's, basketball, does it mirror life or does life mirror basketball? I don't know. We use analogies all the time, but, I certainly try to use life lessons and similes and metaphors all the time with the kids. But there's been many times throughout my life, as a child, grew up not a great environment. When my athletic director actually teased me the other day a little bit about where I went to school. A lot of people don't know when I was in kindergarten, first and second grade, I went to the Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind. We're a long way from there. So, in many ways, sorry for getting emotional, in many ways, I think our team epitomizes, regardless of what happens tonight, regardless of what happens on next Thursday. I guess it is. It's longer this year. It goes till Thursday. But regardless of what happens, I think our team just epitomizes what high school sports is supposed to be about. You got a group of kids who we're not tall enough, we're not big enough, we're not fast enough, we're not athletic enough, we're not skilled enough. We're a lot of not enoughs. But somehow we band together, and they've done a remarkable job of buying into the staff. And I got a great staff. They work really, really hard, not taking anything away from Martinsburg, Spring Mills, everybody else. Man, we work pretty hard at it. But I think our kids just epitomize what high school sports is supposed to be about. Team may be made up with the pieces and parts aren't as big as other people's, but when you put them together, we got a pretty big heart and we try pretty hard.
Tonight, you mentioned it the other night as well. It doesn't get any easier. You go from number 3 to number 1 in order just to win the section. Doesn't even guarantee you a trip to Charleston at this point. But for your team, it seems like it will have to be something kind of similar to pull off another big upset like this against Spring Mills, because of the fact that they're a high-powered team, like you said. They have a lot of the athletes that maybe your team doesn't have. So heading into the night's game, what do you try to do to kind of replicate your performance against Martinsburg, or have something similar against a talented Spring Mills team?
Right. Well, first of all, they've had a great season. I mean, obviously, they've done a tremendous job. And one thing that's kind of interesting for me is, obviously, Coach Samples was with us for a bit. Coach Layton was with us for a bit as well. And Shannon and I are really, really good friends still. And, the coaches at Washington were with us. And George Goski used to coach girls basketball here, was with us. People be amazed, Tony Poe is an assistant coach at Jefferson. He played for us and coached with us. So, I'd like to think that I personally have had a pretty positive effect on basketball in the entire area. I know, people have schools they like and root for, and I become the bad guy sometimes. So, that's all right too. It really is. Our kids have to understand that, the whole Hoosier thing, man, it's still same distance from the floor to the rim, same distance from the foul line to the rim. Like, nothing changes. We have to handle their pressure. When they pressure us, they will pressure us different than Martinsburg does. They don't necessarily full court, press you the same way that Martinsburg does. Martinsburg pressure is unreal. However, Spring Mills' physicality and their length
presents a different kind of problem, and how Spring Mills deals with screens compared to how Martinsburg deals with screens. I mean, all that's very specific basketball strategy stuff, and so we've tried to make the best adjustments we can. Not nearly the time to prepare for this game that we did for the other one, for Tuesday night. But either way, we're going to show up. We're going to do the best we can to make whatever adjustments we have to on the fly, and we're certainly, I think we're as prepared as we can be going into this game with such a short notice.
It's a rivalry game, Coach. It's grown into quite a big rivalry. There's been some bad blood on each side. Heading into this game, how do you try to keep your emotions intact for your team and make sure that maybe the off-the-court stuff doesn't affect anything tonight on the court?
Well, I will tell you this: the whole, the term "bad blood." Joel Silver, who also played for us and used to coach here, he's the pastor of the church where I go to church. I do the best I can on a regular basis to make sure that I don't carry around too much anger or animosity towards anyone for any reason. I just think it's unhealthy to do. I don't have any bad blood with anybody or towards anybody. Obviously everybody talking about last year and the Nets thing, and that was disappointing for me because of our kids and the lifetime experience I think they missed out on. Now, with that being said, adults make decisions. I have no animosity with anybody, here at Spring Mills High School. I made sure that I took the time to talk to Mr. Selfie, the principal, earlier this year out at our school, shook his hand, and I actually apologized to him for anything that I may have said publicly that became a negative spin towards Spring Mills High School or him as a principal. Everybody don't always have to agree with everybody, man. And there's different roads to take, and I do the best I can to take the high road. At the end of the game the other night, one of my friends, who I haven't seen in a long time, joked around with me. We win the game the other night, and I didn't even plan on it. I jumped twice as high as I probably have in years, and I pumped my fist, and I immediately caught myself and made myself stop. And because we won a basketball game, and we should be happy. But, we won a basketball game. It's we need to make sure that we show respect for the other team, for the other coaches. And I knew that the Martinsburg staff wouldn't be happy, and I knew their kids would be extremely disappointed. And so with your great feelings when victories come, there's also the other side of that where sometimes the other team that just got beat doesn't feel so good. So, again, I when I say it, I'm not just I don't. And I refuse to let myself have any animosity, bad blood, however you want to spin it. I don't. And I don't mean a negative way towards you either. I don't think it's what high school athletics is supposed to be about. This game is supposed to be about our players playing their players, nothing about adults and adults. It's not. And so they got a lot of really, really talented players, and we're going to do the best we can with our guys to try to find a way to compete.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks. And, again, thank you guys for your coverage. And no matter what happens tonight, on the other side as well, we'll be playing on Thursday, and whether we come out on the positive side of that or the negative side, no matter what, I wish the best of luck to whoever represents this area at the state tournament.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Again, that was our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rocks, Coach Church, Coach Samples. Again, thank you to them. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get Collins' keys to the game. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School. We get the keys to the game, the key to your next car is at the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family. Pricing, Colin, start with our visitors tonight, the Hedgesville Eagles. What are some keys for them to get the win, and then for Spring Mills?
Hopefully on the defensive side for Hedgesville, they bottled up some of the success that they had Tuesday night against Martinsburg and brought it here. And then on the Spring Mills side of things, that the rest has been beneficial. It's been a while since the last time they were out in a game-type environment and a big environment like this for a championship game. As you heard, a lot of guys need to step up tonight. It's their first championship game. But overall, both sides, I feel like the biggest key will be, because of this rivalry, handling your emotions and not letting it get the best of you to potentially lead to any technicals, whether it be from players or coaches, because every possession matters, free points matter, and ultimately you don't want to be ejected as well, because then you're out for this game and you're out for next game.
We'll give you the starting lineups first for Hedgesville, starting at guard, number 3, Xavier Kirk. Joining him in the backcourt, number 12, Tay Wilmer. Forward, number 13, Zandon Gainey. Point guard, number 21, Noah Brown. And rounding out the lineup, number 24, Quincy Pittsnoggle. On the other side for Spring Mills tonight, starting at guard, Ekwesi Apoku Achampong. Caleb Thomas, number 3. Xavier Anderson, number 10. Wike Youth Smith, number 11. And rounding out the lineup, number 15, Max Anderson. We'll take another let's make it a 3-minute break. And then on the other side of that break, we'll have tip-off here from the Cardinal Coliseum. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 3 minutes.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
It's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality, pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Kick off the new year in a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get up to $2,200 off MSRP on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Camry and get up to $3,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
The Cardinal Coliseum as we get ready for tip-off between Hedgesville and Spring Mills. Our opening tip-off is brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Spring Mills in the home white uniforms with the blue numbers outlined in red, blue lettering across the chest as well outlined in red, and the blue and red stripe of the Cardinal logo down the side of the shorts. Hedgesville in the navy blue uniforms with the white numbers, white letters across the chest, and the white eagle logo on the shorts. It's Spring Mills off the opening tip. Here's a Youth Smith three from the top of the key, and that is good.
It's going to be a long night for Hedgesville if you leave him wide open.
The lefty knocks down the triple. It's an early 3-0 lead for Spring Mills. Noah Brown with the basketball, bringing it across the timeline for Hedgesville. Eagles coming off of the upset win over Martinsburg in the sectional semifinals. Zandon Gainey now at the basketball. Dribble handoff with Tay Wilmer. Wilmer off the Pittsnoggle screen. Attacks the basket. Pulls up from the elbow. That shot is blocked and no good. Rebounded there by Gainey, and Hedgesville will reset the offense. Open three now for Wilmer. Head fake. Three-pointer on the way is too long and no good, but Pittsnoggle grabs the offensive board, and he fights for it. It's a jump ball. Will stay with Hedgesville. So early on, Colin, Eagles doing a good job staying on the offensive glass.
Yeah, things getting physical down low. Already seen some bodies hit the floor too, but good offensive rebound. Keeping possession here offensively, a lengthy one for the Eagles.
Noah Brown to inbound. He gets it into Wilmer. Wilmer with the head fake, guarded by Max Anderson. Over to Pittsnoggle. Now Gainey with the basketball at midcourt. Gainey setting up the offense, finds Wilmer. Sets a screen now with the dribble drive. Wilmer into the lane. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Xavier Anderson. Cardinals pushing all the way. Caleb Thomas into the corner. Open three for Max Anderson, and that's no good. But Xavier Anderson's there with the offensive rebound. 5-0 Spring Mills, 6:35 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, Hedgesville, both possessions so far defensively, just taking its time getting back and getting set.
Double team on Wilmer. He finds Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle ahead to Brown. Brown tries to drive baseline, kicks it over to Pittsnoggle for an open three, and that's nothing but net for Quincy Pittsnoggle from downtown, and the Eagles are on the board, make it 5-3.
Yeah, you leave Pittsnoggle open. Sometimes his dad's side shows.
Every once in a while, you get a Pittsnoggle triple. Talmas back up top, drives into the lane, kicks it over to Anderson. Under 6 minutes left in the opening quarter. Anderson, nice pass down low to his brother Xavier. He gets fouled on the way up by Pittsnoggle. No, a travel the call from the officials. So it's a turnover for Spring Mills, and Hedgesville basketball at 5-3. This place is packed, and it is loud, Colin, here early on.
It looks like we have something thrown onto the court, so that's being attended to. Should be good.
It's a 5-3 our score. And Noah Brown will inbound the basketball, gets it in to Tay Wilmer. Brown will bring it across the timeline. He's really grown as the Eagles point guard throughout the season, has Noah Brown. Brown gets it across half court into the hands of Pittsnagel. Guarded tightly by Thomas, now back up top to Kirk. Kirk kicks it out to the wing for Gainey. Gainey had a big double-digit scoring performance against Martinsburg. He drives to the rim here, can't make the layup. Shot no good. Anderson grabs the rebound in the hands of Caleb Thomas. Thomas drives in, spin move in the lane over. Pittsnagel finishes with the left hand. 7-3 Cardinals on top of the Eagles with 5:13 left in a rolling first quarter.
Spring Mills just taking the early looks right now, making it easy for him.
Wilmer in the lane tried to pass it to Pittsnagel in the last second, but the pass gets away in the hands of Max Anderson. Pass to Xavier Anderson. He kisses it off the glass and in. 4 points for Xavier Anderson. Makes it 9-3. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville with 4:48 left in the opening quarter. Wilmer in the hands of Gainey. Gainey backdoor cut for Kirk. Kirk to the rim with the left hand, lays it up and in. 9-5 now. Thomas fakes the dribble handoff, goes into the lane, bounce pass down low to Anderson. Back to Thomas from the elbow, and that's good. Spring Mills coming out making pretty much everything here early on, Colin.
Yeah, and right now it's just been Thomas and Anderson. They're two bigs. Pittsnagel can only guard one of them.
Yeah, Smith hit that three as well, but yeah, it's been mainly those two. Here's Pittsnagel all by himself with a two-handed jam. Quincy Pittsnagel has 5 off the turnover. Leads to an easy Hedgesville dunk. It's 11-7.
Yep, they broke the press and just left Pittsnagel for an easy dunk.
Thomas to Poku Champon, over to Youth Smith, back to Equazi, now over to Thomas, over to Max Anderson, into the corner, Youth Smith's corner. Three is good. Money from the corner. 2 triples for Youth Smith. It's 14-7 Spring Mills. Anderson guarding Kirk. Kirk brings it across half court into the corner for Wilmer. Reset the offense here with Kirk bringing it back toward the middle of the court. Pittsnagel leaping up for a wild pass. Finds Gainey now. And then he has a Noah Brown who will reset the offense with 3:15 to go. Brown off the Pittsnagel screen. Dribbles into the corner. Bounce pass down low to Pittsnagel. He lays it up and in. Somehow that pass found the big man, and he got the layup to go. 14-9. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville. Thomas now back the other way, has it stripped by Gainey. Numbers for the Eagles. Brown to Wilmer. Wilmer to the rim. Nice layup over Thomas. Thomas went for the block and a great switch from Tay Wilmer to get it to go. Don't see that very often, Colin.
No, I saw Thomas coming down. I thought we were going to see the rejection like usual.
Somebody did a layup around Caleb Thomas, and then an offensive foul on an illegal screen from Youth Smith. And the Eagles getting some momentum now at 14-11 with 2:41 left in this first quarter.
Yep, now is the time here. Emotional part. Hedgesville getting some noise. Spring Mill side needs to reset. Make sure things don't slip away.
The Eagles will slow things down here with Noah Brown bringing it across the timeline in the hands of Pittsnagel. Pittsnagel whips it into the corner for Gainey. Gainey backdoor cut, good cut from Wilmer. He got Anderson to foul him.
Yeah, good foul called. As you said, Wilmer had the space and was able to take the lane, and Anderson just stuck his leg out to prevent him from doing so.
Brown inbounds to Kirk. Kirk slips on the floor. Gets it back into the hands of Gainey. 2:20 left in this opening quarter. 3-point lead for Spring Mills. Wilmer with the basketball, guarded by Max Anderson. Gets the Pittsnagel screen and now attacks the rim. Wilmer travel. Good help defense from Spring Mills that forced that travel there, Colin, with 2:08 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, both teams still feeling each other out, but it's been a great game so far.
Poku Champon dribbles over to his coach Luke Samples to get the play call and now sets up the offense. In the hands of Caleb Thomas. Thomas guarded by Gainey. Finds a Quasi in the corner. Now over to Max Anderson. Back to Poku Champon. Wide open triple from the wing is no good. Too strong. Rebounded by Zandon Gainey. And he'll find Tay Wilmer, who will bring it across for the Eagles. Now he'll dump it over to Brown, who actually brings it up for Hedgesville. Trails by 3, a minute 36 left in this opening quarter. Eagles going into the corner again for Gainey. Backdoor cut from Pittsnoggle and a foul called.
Waiting to see which way it goes.
Spring Mills, I believe.
Caleb Thomas.
It is going on Caleb Thomas. Noah Brown to inbound the basketball. Gets it into Wilmer just before the 5-second call. Wilmer with a nice spin move. Tough jumper, that's good. Tay Wilmer putting on a show here early on with some of these shots. Makes it 14-13.
And something, no, neither team's gone to the bench so far.
Don't expect 2 minutes for the bench, honestly, between these two teams. They like to use mainly their starting 5. Unless somebody gets in foul trouble. Here's a Youth Smith 3 to answer, and that's good. Already 3 threes from Youth Smith, 17-13 Spring Mills. The decision to go with Loke Youth Smith over Tyler Jones tonight has worked out well for Coach Sample so far.
Yeah, both guys really good behind the arc.
It's just a feel thing, I guess, with that decision, as Sandon Gainey off the Pittsnoggle screen into the corner. Pass is tipped on its way toward Noah Brown and out of bounds. It will stay with Hedgesville. So 17-13, Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. 38 seconds left in this first quarter, and the Eagles have the inbound. Into the hands of Xavier Kirk. Kirk guarded by Xavier Anderson. Into the hands now of Brown. Over to Gainey. Gainey trying to evaluate the defense. Finds Kirk. Kirk has the lane open up, but a great block from Xavier Anderson. 15 seconds down the court to Max Anderson. Back to Thomas into the corner. Another Youth Smith 3. That one a little bit too strong. Pittsnoggle grabs the board. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Kirk going down the court. Over to Pittsnoggle right before the buzzer. Short and air ball. And we head to the second quarter of our score. Spring Mills 17, Hedgesville 13. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from one location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group. West Virginia proud.
Welcome you back here to the Cardinal Coliseum. After the first quarter, it is Spring Mills 17, Hedgesville 13. And this is how a lot of these games have played out so far, or these two matchups have played out this season. You know, Spring Mills and Hedgesville look pretty equal through the first half, but then Spring Mills has pulled away. How does Hedgesville keep it close throughout, or possibly be the team that pulls away? It will be interesting to see tonight if history repeats itself. Here's Caleb Thomas with a tough fadeaway jumper. That shot's no good. Seemed like Spring Mills made most of their shots, too, in that first quarter, Colin. So for Hedgesville to still be in this thing is a little bit surprising just because of how well Spring Mills played in that first half with the 3 Youth Smith threes and everything like that.
Right, that's going to be the big thing. They need to be able to guard the three-point shot.
Offensive foul called against Hedgesville results in a turnover. It's Spring Mills basketball. Pittsnoggle called for the personal. That's his first. 7:29 left here in this second quarter. Our first quarter was brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home and Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ransom probably serving the area since 1880, as well as CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward as we enter the second quarter now at 17-13. Youth Smith over to Caleb Thomas. Thomas over to Kwesi Opoku Champon, now back in the hands of Thomas. Thomas with a tough dribble move. Gainey with a good strip again. He gets a good defensive play to take it away from the Cardinal big. Our second quarter is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer, located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or online at Orsini's.com. Max Anderson with the basketball in the corner, up top to Caleb Thomas. Thomas finds Xavier Anderson, who drives baseline, goes up strong, the layup no good. Rebounded by Noah Brown. Brown ahead to Xavier Kirk, over the corner. Pittsnoggle will drive baseline, pass to Gainey. Tipped out, now in the hands of Wilmer. 6:33 left in this first half. Score remains Cardinals 17, Eagles 13, and a 5-second call against Kay Wilmer. Our second quarter is also brought to you by Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate President and Lieutenant Governor, a fiscal and social conservative who's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. Let's re-elect Craig Blair in 2024.
Good defense there for Spring Mills' Max Anderson.
And open three now from Anderson on the other end, and that's good. The fourth three already for Spring Mills. Hedgesville has just one. It's 20-13. Cardinals on top of the Eagles. Brown off the Pittsnoggle screen. In the hands of Kirk. Back to Zandon Gainey. Gainey drives in, goes up with the right hand, offensive foul. The call in perfect positioning was Xavier Anderson to force the turnover.
Yeah, the Anderson brothers getting it done on the defensive side. First it was Max with a good defense, being able to force the 5-second call. And now Zay getting it with a charge down low.
Attempted dribble handoff between Opoku Champon and Max Anderson leads to a foul on Noah Brown, his first. So Hedgesville's now picking up some fouls in that first quarter. Is a lot of Spring Mills fouls.
It was only Spring Mills. It was 3-0 Spring Mills in the first quarter. Now it's 3-0 Hedgesville in quarter number 2.
Caleb Thomas over to Max Anderson. Anderson drives in over to Kwesi Opoku Champon on the right wing. Kwesi back up top to Caleb Thomas now with the basketball. Youth Smith trying to cut back door, and Thomas travel. Miscommunication, it looked like, between him and Youth Smith leads them to mishandle his footing, and a turnover there for Spring Mills. Eagles get the ball back here with 5:22 left in this first half, and it's 20-13 Spring Mills. Tay Wilmer with the basketball, dribbling with the right hand. Brings it to the right wing over to Noah Brown at the top of the key. Brown off the Pittsnoggle screen. Trying to go to work. Finds Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle attacking. Backdoor cut from Brown, and a foul called by Kwesi Opoku Champon there.
I've seen a lot of that tonight called against Spring Mills with those cuts to the basket for Hedgesville. Every contact that Spring Mills does trying to slow down that cut to the lane is being called a foul.
It's the first on Kwesi so far. Tough inbound here, and that was a mistake from Hedgesville. Caleb Thomas takes it away and gets the two-handed jam. 6 points for Thomas, 22-13 Cardinals on top of Hedgesville. Feels like a big moment in the game, even though there's still a lot of time left. Hedgesville's gone flat this quarter.
Right, you said at the start of this quarter, can the offense of Hedgesville hang? And so far, it hasn't. They haven't scored almost 4 minutes in.
Kirk off the Pittsnoggle screen, another offensive foul against Hedgesville.
That's the second against Pittsnoggle, so he's going to go to the bench, and coming in, it looks like, is Adam Arndt.
Arndt played some good minutes the other night against Martinsburg. But Pittsnogle's been their leading scorer, so for the offense to come back, it feels like he needs to be out there.
This also happened last time, and it affected the defense at Hedgesville when these two teams matched up, because now you have nobody down low to guard Thomas or Anderson that can match their size.
Thomas over to Max Anderson, back to Caleb. Trying to post up against Zandon Gainey. Now reverses the basketball into the hands of Akwesi Opoku Champon. Now back to Caleb Thomas. Over to Xavier Anderson in the post. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas attacks the lane. Good defense from Hedgesville. Long possession. Akwesi Opoku Champon. Over to Youth Smith. Open three. The quick release is no good. Rebounded by Opoku Champon. 3:44 left in this first half. 22-13, Cardinals on top of the Eagles. Here's Xavier Anderson with the basketball, hands it off to Youth Smith. Youth Smith down low to Xavier Anderson. On his way up, he is fouled. They'll shoot two.
Not a lot of offense on either side, actually, this quarter so far. I believe only, the 5 points for Spring Mills?
Yeah, 17-13 after the first. But those 5 points have got the lead out to 9 and now 10 for Spring Mills. As Anderson knocks down the first free throw of the night for either team.
Jones checking in for Spring Mills now for the first time.
See if he can give a spark to the offense for Spring Mills. Second one good as well for Xavier Anderson, as Youth Smith provided that spark in that first quarter with 9 points on 3 threes. Has gone a little bit colder here in the second. Noah Brown guarded by Akwesi Opoku Chomp on a foul called against Akwesi. I think that's going to be his second, which means Youth Smith will check back in for him. And we're going to see a little bit of a different lineup for Spring Mills. No Opoku Champon on the floor, who usually is for this team. So Brown to inbound into Adam Arndt. They'll try to set up the offense. Finds Gainey. Back to Xavier Kirk now. Tough defense from the Eagles. From the Cardinals against the Eagles. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. Wilmer back to Arndt, over to Gainey. Back to Noah Brown. In the hands of Xavier Kirk. Where does the scoring come for Hedgesville with no Pittsnoggle on the floor? Right now, a lot of passing around, not leading to a whole lot of offensive opportunities. Here's Gainey.
And they still haven't scored.
Here's Noah Brown on the back door cut. Another foul against Spring Mills. Officials clearly calling it tight, especially on those back doors. You see some grabs from the Cardinals. They're disagreeing with a lot of these calls, but actually I think the officials are doing a good job.
Yeah, immediately went over and told Coach Samples, yes, there was a grab, as Coach Samples asked, was it a grab? So he knows what's going on. And that's good officiating.
Gainey drives into the lane, goes up strong, a foul called, another charge against Hedgesville.
Again, it was Zay Anderson down low, setting his feet and taking that charge.
So they're going to try to bring Landon Pence into the ball game for Zany Gainey, who just picked up his second. It's Spring Mills 24, Hedgesville 13, with 2:23 left in this second quarter. 7-0 quarter in favor of Spring Mills. Max Anderson. And then hands it to Tyler Jones. Jones back to Thomas. Up top now, Youth Smith with the basketball. In the corner for Max Anderson. Down low now to Thomas. Xavier Anderson posting up against Arndt. Good D, but a foul called on the shot.
Yep, he got
as he made contact.
Anderson's wrist and was kind of holding it down so that he couldn't go up naturally with the shot.
Well, they don't rule it a shooting foul, but I think that's the 5th on Hedgesville anyway. So.
Yes. Either 5th or 6th, so either way, you're correct. It's double bonus to send Anderson to the line. And Hedgesville's gotten lucky so far. this quarter being held scoreless to hold still on the defensive end. 7 points to Spring Mills and staying in it. Spring Mills has not taken advantage of how good its defense has been this quarter to truly blow this game open just yet.
First free throw no good. Second one up from Anderson is good. And if you remember, Colin, Hedgesville had that 5-point quarter against Martinsburg, but still won. They haven't scored any points this quarter against Spring Mills, who now has 8 in the quarter.
You mentioned that 5-point quarter, though. Tuesday, I believe Martinsburg only had 4 in that quarter as well.
There's Landon Pence over to Elliott, who just checked in to try to give the Eagles a spark offensively. Another foul called. This one against Spring Mills. It's on Caleb Thomas. I believe that's his second as well. So some key guys getting in some foul trouble at the very least for Hedgesville. But for Spring Mills. And for Hedgesville, that helps them out, possibly.
Yeah, Thomas staying out there, though. Still only 90 seconds left in the quarter.
Right, but if he were to pick up his third, it could be big. So he's got to be careful. Here's Noah Brown. Kicks it out to Landon Pence. Back to Kirk. Right now there's just no real looks at the rim for Hedgesville. Wilmer off the Elliott screen. Not in a while. Here's an Elliott drive, or Pence drive, trying to kick it out to Brown. It's tipped away because really you can't count a charge as a shot.
Right.
So those are the only real shots we've seen, it feels like, in a few minutes here. We haven't seen a timeout either.
And I feel like the other possessions have been turnovers.
Yeah, for the most part. It's been a while since we've seen a shot, at least. But here's one from Wilmer. Shot goes up off the back of the rim. No good. And now here's our first timeout of the contest, taken by Coach Luke Samples. Get Equasia Poku Champagne back into the game. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to the Cardinal Coliseum. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin here on the call. John Allerton, our cameraman, back in the studio. Dylan Bishop. Cardinals 25, Eagles 13, 57.9 seconds left in this first half of play. Hedgesville's been held scoreless this quarter. Spring Mills with just 8 points in the quarter, but building that lead now out to 12. Max Anderson with the basketball on the wing. Over to Equasia Poku Champagne. Now on the high post for Caleb Thomas. Back to Max Anderson here. 30 seconds left in the half. Equasia with the basketball. Coming up on 20 seconds to go. Caleb Thomas now looks up at that clock. And we'll probably get Spring Mills into its offense here soon. Here's Thomas driving in, kisses it off the glass, and the contact with the finish.
Yeah, I almost thought we were going to have a 5-second call here near midcourt against Thomas, but he took a step back, and the referee deemed it was just far enough to reset at 4 seconds, at 5 seconds to allow him to attack the basket.
So Thomas misses the free throw. 10 seconds left. Hedgesville trying to push and get a basket before halftime. Brown into the lane, goes up strong. A foul called. It will be double bonus now for the Eagles. They'll head to the line here at 27-13 with Noah Brown shooting 2.
Yeah, and you want to make these because you haven't scored at all this quarter, and there's only 2.6 seconds left. What a quarter it's been. Give credit to the Spring Mills defense.
Brown knocks down the first. Also, Pittsnoggle in some foul trouble, playing a big factor here because he adds 7 of the 14 points. Second free throw is good for Brown, so those are the first 2 points of the quarter for Hedgesville with 2.6 seconds left in the quarter. It's 27-15 Spring Mills.
Bowers checked in for Hedgesville for the final 2.6 defensively.
Thomas, shot at the buzzer is no good, and we head to halftime with our score. Spring Mills 27, Hedgesville 15. Take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the halftime show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Kick off the new year in a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get up to $2,200 off MSRP on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Camry and get up to $3,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
In here to the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show. Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Nick Verzolini and Tom McLaughlin here on the broadcast. John Allerton, our cameraman, and back in the studio, Dylan Bishop, who you'll hear from momentarily. At the half, Spring Mills 27, Hedgesville 15. Colin, your first half thoughts?
So far, Hedgesville's gotten a little bit lucky. I mean, being held to only 2 points in that quarter, coming off free throws in the final 3 seconds, and only finding yourself down by a dozen points. Spring Mills needed to take advantage of that quarter. Emotions haven't really boiled over yet, so that's a positive sign as well on both sides. Even though it seemed like tensions got high, everybody kept their composure. So overall, solid outing. We'll see what happens here in the second half, because past 2 times it's been Spring Mills really pulling away in the third quarter that's been the difference.
Our halftime stats are brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. 2 points for Kirk, 4 points for Wilmer, 2 for Brown, and 7 for Pittsnoggle. On the Spring Mills side, 8 points for Caleb Thomas, 7 points for Xavier Anderson, 9 points for Youth Smith, and 3 points for Max Anderson. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, you'll hear from Dylan. We'll have the score from Jefferson Musselman. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
We are the Skinner brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Welcome into the N1 Halftime Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Dylan Bishop here as it is 27-15 Spring Mills over Hedgesville at halftime in the Region 2 Section 1 championship game. Winner goes on to host regionals on Thursday for a chance to go to the state tournament. On the other side, in Section 2, currently at halftime, it is Jefferson 27, Musselman 25. Just a 2-point lead for the Cougars at the half there. One other local score going on in around all sports right now is the Washington Capitals, as they currently trail 1-0 to the Philadelphia Flyers in the first period. And again, we'll send you back to Spring Mills High School, where the Cardinals lead the Hedgesville Eagles by 12 points. This has been the AM1 Halftime Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
I do. We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School. Our score, Cardinals 27 Eagles 15 here at the half. Nick Verzolini, Kyle McLaughlin here at the half as we get ready for the third quarter. Colin, what do you want to see from both teams here in the second half?
Spring Mills, want to see from them if they can pull away or not, as they have in the third quarter, if Hedgesville's offense comes alive again and is able to make this an entertaining second half. Got to remember, for those tuning in, it's not the end of the season if a team loses. You still got a game left next week on Thursday. You just heard the Region 2 Section 2 halftime score from Dylan Bishop, as Jefferson only up by 2 at 27-25 over Musselman. So keep in mind that the winner of this game here, Spring Mills Hedgesville, will take on the loser of that Jefferson Musselman game, and then the winner of that Jefferson Musselman game takes on the loser tonight, or of this game tonight that we have for you on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, no matter who ends up winning that game, who ends up losing this game, and all that stuff, it's going to be a tough matchup here in the EPAC. You know, there's no easy road to the state tournament. We've seen Musselman compete with Jefferson in the past, so not too surprising that it's a close game there at the half, even though it felt like Jefferson is probably the better team overall. It should be another great half here between Spring Mills and Hedgesville. We'll see if the Eagles can get their offense back or if Spring Mills' defense helps lead them to this victory. There's Zandon Gainey back in the game. Kirk drives in, difficult shot on the way. He's fouled, though, by Anderson on the way up.
Yeah, you got to keep a note that Hedgesville hasn't made a field goal since the first quarter. They only scored 2 points in that second quarter, and it was free throws. Now they're back here at the free throw line again.
Yeah, 2 free throws from Noah Brown, where there are only 2 points in that second quarter. Xavier Kirk here to the line to shoot 2 to begin this third quarter. First one is up and good. Our third quarter is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. Second one from Kirk is up and good as well. And that makes it a 10-point game at 27-17. 4 points for Kirk here tonight. Hoku Champon now swings it into the corner for Youth Smith. Now back to Anderson, back to Kwesi. Kwesi off the Xavier Anderson screen. Step back 3 on the way is no good. Youth Smith grabs the rebound. One dribble pull up baseline J is good. Youth Smith leading the way with 11 points. Here's Noah Brown now to bring it across half court for the Eagles. Zandon Gainey with the basketball. Looking at Kirk now, trying to find something offensively is Hedgesville. Kirk over to Brown. Brown driving baseline. A foul called against Spring Mills.
Yeah, but a lot of contacts being made whenever Hedgesville tries to attack the baskets. Grabbing from Spring Mills being called every time.
That is the third on Kwesi Aboku Champon, which means big minutes coming here for Tyler Jones, a guy that at times has carried Spring Mills to victories, Colin, and at times he's played this role of just being the relief guy that gives you some good minutes off the bench. It's an interesting season for Jones as there's a 5-second call against Hedgesville.
Yeah, and he's the one guarding the baseline as soon as he comes in.
Yeah. But at times it's been the reason why they won games, and at times he started even. It's always knowing your role and always being ready to play when your name is called. Tyler Jones definitely signifies that. Here's Max Anderson with the drive in over to Jones. Jones off the screen from Anderson. Comes off another screen from Thomas. Shoots an open jumper and knocks it down. First 2 points of the night for Tyler Jones, and it extends the lead out to 14 here at 31-17. Spring Mills, 6:25 left in this third quarter. Noah Brown drives out the left hand, goes up strong, somehow gets that layup to go over an attacking Thomas. And the layup is up and good. Noah Brown now with 4 points. Max Anderson now into the front court for Spring Mills. Thomas tried to find Jones on the backdoor cut, but Wilmer picks it off. Wilmer bounces it back to Brown, who will set up the offense for the Eagles. 31-19 our score. Wilmer into the lane. Shot was hanging on the rim.
Offensive foul. Or no, jump ball first. They're calling a jump ball.
Honestly, I think that might be the right call.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a foul that just wasn't a shot because the way that went up didn't look like truly a shooting motion. It was kind of just a throw at the basket trying to sell the shot.
Timeout taken by Coach Samples. We'll take a 30-second break. 31-19, Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
So it was a weird part. We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School. 31-19, Cardinals on top of the Eagles. Our third quarter also presented to you by Small One and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin here on the broadcast. John Allerton, our cameraman, back in the studio. Dylan Bishop. Max Anderson with the basketball. Off the Thomas screen. Anderson goes into the lane. Shot blocked by Pittsnoggle. Eagles going quickly now. Kirk off the Pittsnoggle screen. Back to Pittsnoggle. Drives in. Goes up strong with the shot. No good. Ball is tipped around. And Hedgesville can't keep the possession or get a shot to go. And it heads out of bounds.
Yeah, Kirk, instead of grabbing the rebound, just trying to tip it back to Pittsnoggle for a putback. But Pittsnoggle was still in the air and just couldn't bring it in.
So Cardinals still lead at 31-19. Here's the pass over to Jones. Back to Youth Smith. Now Xavier Anderson with the basketball. Backdoor cut. Max Anderson took it away. I think he was looking for Tyler Jones. Jones, though, with the dribble now into the lane. Kicks it over to Max. Now back to Youth Smith. Youth Smith back to Max Anderson. Over to Caleb Thomas. Jones now thought about the open J. Goes into the lane. Kicks it back out. Anderson. Extra pass to Xavier. Xavier to Caleb Thomas for three. Good. Good ball movement from the Spring Mills Cardinals. Thomas for his first 3 points of the second half. He has 11. Tied for the lead in scoring with Youth Smith here tonight for Spring Mills. 34-19. Cardinals on top. Here's Kirk. Off the Pittsnoggle screen. Kirk drives in, kicks it over to Brown. Brown into the lane. Fouled on his way to the rim. Shouldn't be a shooting foul. Will be underneath for Hedgesville. Foul on Youth Smith. That's his third. Cardinals 34, Eagles 19. 4:16 left in this third period.
Yep, so now Youth Smith has three. Apoku Champong has three as well. He's currently on the bench for Spring Mills.
Pittsnoggle off the inbound. Hands it off to Noah Brown off the Gainey screen. Brown back over to Wilmer. Wilmer trying to set up the offense. Lost control of the basketball. Gets it back to Pittsnoggle. Here's Xavier Kirk now off a Pittsnoggle screen. Kirk in the lane. Kick out Wilmer. Three from the corner. Good. Hey, Wilmer from downtown makes it 34-22. And a timeout taken by Hedgesville. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10 back in 30.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School. Cardinals 34, Eagles 22 here in this third quarter. Colin Hedgesville with a big shot there from Tay Wilmer. They then take the timeout.
Yeah, that's a big three, and that's what they need to come back. Still down 12 points. I believe that was the first three tonight for Hedgesville. Or no, second three, because Pittsnogle had one in that first quarter, but they need more of that. You got to be able to have some big shots starting to be knocked down, because you're halfway through the third. You haven't been able to cut it within single digits yet.
Especially when Spring Mills has 5 threes on the other end. Jones here caught it in the corner and traveled.
And he's going to take a seat on the bench. Before that timeout, I saw Coach Amples come out to half court and was already mad at Jones for not coming out to that right corner to guard the three-pointer. So having a silly turnover there, he's finding himself back on the bench. And now you got Apoku Achampong in, and as I said, he has 3 fouls as well as Youth Smith, so we'll see if Hedgesville tries to attack one of those two.
Brown gets it into Pittsnogle, now back to Brown, and he'll call out the offense to his teammates in the hands of Zandon Gainey. Gainey back to Xavier Kirk, now over to Quincy Pittsnogle. Pittsnogle back to Tay Wilmer. Wilmer head fakes, goes down low to Pittsnogle. Fadeaway jumper is good. Pittsnogle with his first 2 points since the first quarter, where he scored 7. It's a 10-point lead for Spring Mills at 34-24. Anderson off the Thomas screen. Over to Apoku Champon. Back to Max Anderson. Off the Thomas screen over to Youth Smith. Youth Smith drives in the lane. Offensive foul against Spring Mills. Noah Brown in position to take the charge.
That's Hugh Smith's 4th, so Jones is going to come back in.
And that's what's key. Spring Mills has a few guys with 3-4 fouls that you got to be worried about, because outside of Jones, the bench hasn't seen significant playing time. And this is the postseason.
This is the window of opportunity for Hedgesville to try to come back in this game. They need to make it within single digits here to close out this quarter if they want a shot in the fourth.
34-24. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville with 2:48 left in this third period. Here's Tay Wilmer with the basketball. In the hands of Zandon Gainey now. Right wing for Gainey, over to Noah Brown, top of the key, off the Gainey screen. Back across the screen. Him and Anderson trying to get around that screen. Here's Pittsnogle from just inside the three-point arc. That shot is no good. Thomas grabs the rebound. He'll push. Thomas going down the court over to Kwesi Apoku. Champon now. Anderson with it on the left wing. Max Anderson guarded by Noah Brown. Back to Caleb Thomas. Fake the dribble handoff with Jones, and Kwesi Apoku Champon has it. Cardinals working it around the perimeter. In the corner now for Anderson. Back to Jones. Over to Thomas. Thomas goes into the lane, kisses it high off the glass and through.
That's what you need to do to get it over a 6'9" outstretched Quincy Pittsnogle. Kiss it high off the glass.
Back out to a 12-point lead here for Spring Mills at 36-24. Pittsnogle in the corner over to Gainey. Gainey top of the key. Brown back to Kirk. 13 now tonight for Caleb Thomas. Over to Brown in the corner, who drives in. Tries to find Gainey. Back to Pittsnogle, who is trapped in that corner, who finds Brown, and a foul called him, and Anderson ran into Noah Brown.
And that's going to be a tech.
And the Hedgesville crowd very much into the game, and Coach Church calling his team over, Coach Samples calling his team over.
And we couldn't really see exactly what led to the shove there. We kind of are screened here with it being a packed gymnasium.
It wasn't really a shove, it was more like a shoulder from my angle. But yeah. It almost looked like, though, Anderson, I'm not certain, I'd have to get another look at it.
And I don't even know how great our look is on our TV camera as well to go back and check, because looking down below, it's tough to see over the head of people here on the near sideline too. So going to try to go back and maybe take a glance to see, but things still being resolved here. Doesn't help with the packed gym slowing down self-service, too.
Right, we'll have to see how these teams respond here, Colin, at 36 from this situation. Because I don't want to accuse anybody of anything if I'm completely wrong here. But it did almost look like he had stumbled into him in a way to me. But also, I could see it being something else, which if it was the case for that, then that's just completely uncalled for. If it was an intentional situation. So, with the contact being as powerful as it was, I feel like they had to call a technical here.
Now you got Coach Church and Coach Samples talking with one another, too, about what happened. Looks like things are calming down. Referee's going over to explain, too, as Brown heads to the free throw line.
And Brown makes the free throw. Well, last year, this kind of led to a turning point was the technicals on Spring Mills. Both free throws good from Brown here. He has 6 points.
Right,
it's a
now
10-point
you get the technical
lead.
free throws.
Right, yeah, because that was also the 5th foul of the quarter, so that's a big technical.
So I'm seeing our replay here. Thank you to Dylan as Brown misses the final free throw. Kind of looks like Anderson just is trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. Slightly lost his balance, but still, as you said, made contact with the shoulder into Brown, knocking him over. I don't know if it could have been preventable, though.
Right.
And it's a judgment call, it looks like to me.
Yeah, I think you're right there. That's kind of what I had saw, but again, wasn't 100% sure if maybe Anderson was pushed.
I didn't see
like
any
he
push.
just
looked like he was trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. Slipped up, lost his balance, and still made very hard contact.
So either way, it's now a 9-point game at 36-27. Xavier Kirk going into the lane, tries to find Gainey. Thomas takes it away, and then Hedgesville fouls. Probably a smart foul there, too, because it would have been numbers for Spring Mills, and we know how good they are on the fast break column.
Yep, they just kind of sandwiched Thomas there smartly, as that's only Hedgesville's first of the quarter.
36-27 our score. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville with 1:03 left in this third quarter. Kwesi Apoko Achampon will slow the basketball down and bring it across the Cardinal logo. We'll see if Spring Mills settles for the last shot of the quarter. Tyler Jones with the basketball over to Thomas. Now back to Apoko Achampon. Now we're to Max Anderson. Thomas with the basketball. Back to Anderson. Back to Apoko Achampon now under 30 seconds left in this third period. Anderson to Thomas. To Kwesi. Now back to Thomas. 12 seconds. Looks up at the clock. Now goes to work. Has it stripped. On the other end by Gainey. Gainey attacks the basket. Blocked by Thomas. Two great defensive plays. Anderson throws it away before the buzzer. But man, that was impressive from both sides. Gainey taking it away from Thomas, and then Thomas recovering, staying with the play, and getting the block. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Our score. It is Spring Mills 36, Hedgesville 27. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back here to the Cardinal Coliseum. Our score, Spring Mills 36, Hedgesville 27. Eagles with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. As Noah Brown will inbound it to Xavier Kirk, and now back to Brown. Brown trying to set up the Eagle offense. Over to Pittsnogle, now back to Gainey. Kirk to Brown. Top of the key to Wilmer now on the wing. Wilmer off the Pittsnogle screen. Trying to go to work. Tay Wilmer into the lane. Goes up strong. Tough layup. No good. Pittsnogle tips. Rebounded by Caleb Thomas. Quickly back the other way goes Spring Mills. Poku Chompon with the basketball. Finds Tyler Jones. Jones from just inside the three-point arc. Knocks down the long two. 4 for Jones, 11-point lead for Spring Mills at 38-27. Here's Pittsnogle. Backdoor cut from Kirk. He slips on the baseline. Finds Gainey. Gainey drives in with a tough shot, and it falls. First 2 points for Zandon Gainey here tonight, who's coming off of a double-digit performance against Martinsburg. Poku jump on into the corner for Jones. Back to Caleb Thomas. Thomas for the Poku jump on long three. That shot is no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson goes up strong against Pittsnogle. Shot no good. Back to Thomas. Open three. Too strong. Both teams fighting for the rebound, and it heads out of bounds off of Hedgesville. Will be Spring Mills basketball.
Yep, went through the wickets of Pittsnogle.
Our fourth quarter brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, they have you covered. Here's Max Anderson to Poku Chompon. 6:22 left here in the fourth. Over to Xavier Anderson. Now back to Kwesi. To Thomas. Poku Chompon on the wing. Sets up the offense. Finds Max Anderson to Tyler Jones, left wing. Now over to Thomas, top of the key. Dribble handoff of Anderson successful. A lot of ball control offense.
Wilmer's going to get called with a grab.
Our other fourth quarter sponsors, the committee to re-elect Rob Blair for sheriff.
I was wrong.
Berkeley County's choice for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Learn more at robblairforsheriff.com. What do you got, Colin, on the
They actually called an offensive foul. I thought I saw from behind from this angle, grab by Tay Wilmer, but they called, it looks like Max Anderson with his third foul.
Third on Anderson, first of the quarter on Spring Mills. Under 6 minutes left. Cardinals 38, Eagles 29. Backdoor cut from Brown. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Max Anderson that time skying up for the rebound. Finds Kwesi Poku Chompon, who brings it into the front court for Spring Mills. Tyler Jones with the basketball. Over to Max Anderson. Back to Thomas, top of the key. Thomas dribble handoff of Anderson. Now back to Thomas, who skip passes into the corner for Xavier Anderson. Hands it off to his brother Max. And now over to Thomas. Thomas, beautiful spin move. Layup up and good, and the foul.
Great play by Thomas.
15 tonight for Caleb. Chance to make it 16 with this free throw. Arndt coming in. Pittsnogle checking out with his third foul. 5:16 left in the fourth.
I don't know if I like that. As you said, it's the fourth quarter. You need him in for a comeback.
Yeah, could just be a very brief break. Free throw up and good from Caleb Thomas. And now a timeout, so I would expect Pittsnogle to check back in, honestly, right now. I wouldn't be surprised here at 41-29 with 5:16 left. But let's take another 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Cardinals 41, Eagles 29.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here to the Cardinal Coliseum. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin here on the broadcast. John Ullerton, our cameraman. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop, 41-29 here, Colin. Spring Mills on top.
Yeah, it's really always teetered back and forth here between this 12-point lead to at once a 9-point lead for Spring Mills, but Hedgesville just hasn't really been able to find an offensive groove to truly make a comeback attempt. Still, the second quarter has been overall the biggest difference between these two, and kind of expected at least one quarter to be that way to give Spring Mills the favorable outcome in this one, but we'll see what happens here for Hedgesville because Pittsnoggle still on the bench.
Still a lot of time left here at 41-29. Wilmer with the basketball. Over to Gamey. Hedgesville needs to speed things up here, which I know isn't their style, but you're down 41-29 now, and you've already burned about 30 seconds on this possession. There's Ganey into the lane, back to Kirk, shot blocked by Thomas.
Thomas and Anderson right now have the paint on lockdown.
Which makes it so difficult against this team to get to the rim and get easy baskets because of their size and length. Here's Noah Brown to inbound. Gets it into Kirk in the corner. Tries to find Brown, but he is fouled.
I think Max Anderson picks up his fourth here.
With 4:37 left.
Still waiting for the scoreboard to confirm that call.
Yep, it is number 4 on Max Anderson. They'll bring the mop out to clean up the wet spot. Score remains 41-29, 4:37 left. They're going to let Anderson play through it here.
I don't know who they go to. I mean, you have him with 4. Hugh Smith, I believe, has 4, unless it's still 3. And Opoku Achampong, I believe, has 3 still. They don't go that deep into the bench, Spring Mills.
Right. And with 4.5 minutes left, sectional championship on the line, might as well try to play through it if you can. Backdoor cut from Hart, nice move. He gets into a travel. Thought it was going to be a foul initially, but...
Yeah, he went up with that pump fake like you said, but right after that he kind of took a step to try to adjust his positioning so that when he went back up after the pump fake, it still wouldn't be rejected by the coming downward Caleb Thomas.
Pittsnoggle comes back in for Arndt. 4:20 left. 41-29, Spring Mills. There's Thomas over to Tyler Jones, back to Max Anderson. Spring Mills very content here to hold the basketball and look for a good shot.
Yeah, time's on their side, so we see this from Spring Mills time to time as well.
And Hedgesville's in a situation, there's a foul called. I believe it's going to go on Ganey for holding Thomas. But Spring Mills is in a situation here where they're up big. And Hedgesville's not really a team that ups the tempo very often. They're very much a slow it down kind of team. So at 41-29 and Spring Mills slowing things down, it may be difficult for the Eagles to come back here. That is the third on Zandon Ganey. Elliott checks in. I'm sorry, Pence. And Thomas will just hold the basketball.
Yeah, he's just holding it at midcourt, forcing the zone of Hedgesville to come out.
Here's Max Anderson with the basketball. Back to Poku Champong. Double team. Pass heads to Max. Back to Kwesi. Cardinals rotating that basketball very quickly. Thomas gets in the lane, gets a layup with the left hand.
Beautiful ball movement there by Spring Mills that possession. Beautiful.
It's 43-29. Pence over to Kirk off the Pittsnagel screen. Kirk down low to Pence. Pence trying to go to work against Thomas. Probably not a good idea.
Not at all. You can't body Caleb Thomas. He's the best player in the state. You got to find another option. Yes, I understand things are getting late, but you still got to play smart.
Yeah, you're not going to win a one-on-one battle with a guy that definitely leads the state in blocks. I'd be surprised if he didn't, at least.
Yeah, if he did, it would be a miracle that you save and keep that video archived on whatever, forever.
Hugh Smith back in the game for Jones, 43-29 our score. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville with 2:40 left in this fourth quarter. Anderson to Thomas now with the basketball as again Spring Mills holding that ball, trying to wind that clock out with 2:20 left and a 43-29 lead. No reason to push any tempo here. Thomas, though, to the rim as I say that, and in positioning there and drawing a foul as Caleb Thomas as Noah Brown tried to take a charge.
And he's slow getting up. Thomas's body weight kind of landed on him, and looks like Brown's okay, but still a little bit of a limp. So, score update, by the way, from the other side of the Eastern Panhandle. Jefferson up right now over Musselman 60-50 with a minute left in the fourth. So, looks like right now it would be Jefferson, if things hold on, being the Region 2 champion, playing right now Hedgesville unless they somehow pull off a miracle comeback in the final 2 minutes, 12 seconds here as the first free throw missed by Thomas, but right now it looks like it'd be Jefferson, Hedgesville, Spring Mills, Musselman.
So second one's up and good from Caleb Thomas. 44-29, 2:04 left in this fourth quarter. Kirk with the basketball over to Gainey. Had an open look for three, but instead Hedgesville goes into the offense. Wilmer's shot blocked by Thomas. And that's all but over at this point at 44-29. Fans starting to leave the building as well. With a minute 38 left in this fourth quarter, and Spring Mills in control of the possession. Wilmer picks up a foul.
Great effort on both sides. It's just at second quarter, that was the big difference of tonight's game.
Timeout taken. We'll take a 30-second break. It's Cardinals 44, Eagles 29. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School, 44-29. Cardinals lead the Eagles here in this fourth quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Back in the studio, Dylan Bishop on camera tonight, John Alderton as the fans exit the building here at the Cardinal Coliseum. 1:33 left in this fourth quarter. We wait for Hedgesville to come out of the timeout.
It'll be Hedgesville basketball. I
No,
think
hey,
it must.
no, it's been
Yeah,
a-
Max came over to have the inbound, but I thought when he walked away that maybe it was because it was wrong.
Max Harrison's never wrong.
Now I know.
But you, on the other
I'm wrong too many times.
Thomas the Poku Champon with the basketball here. Spring Mills trying to dribble it out at this point. Hedgesville still putting forth effort, but not going to foul in this situation with it being a 15-point game and a minute left. Here in this sectional championship, as Spring Mills is going to win it for the first time. They're going to win their section. Can they do what many people would expect the number one team in the state to do, and that's win the region to advance to Charleston? We'll find out here in about a week, as it looks like it'll be Musselman traveling here to Spring Mills, and then Hedgesville heads to Jefferson. We'll keep you posted on which game we'll have here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. 44-29 our score. Most likely Musselman, Spring Mills.
Most likely.
Hugh Smith to the lane, over to Anderson. Kicks it back over to Thomas. Final 11 seconds. Rolling off the clock, and the Spring Mills Cardinals are your Region 2, Section 1 champions, as the buzzer goes off for the first time in school history. Spring Mills can say that they are sectional champions. They knock off Hedgesville here tonight, 44-29. And the Cardinals will now play host to Musselman with a chance to head to the state championship. They are now 22-1. Hedgesville drops this one to 14-9. It was a close game after the first quarter at 17-13, but a bad second quarter offensively for Hedgesville helps Spring Mills pull away. They continue that in the third and the fourth, and it was a low-scoring game, but a good win for the Spring Mills Cardinals here tonight. Again, your final score 44-29. We'll wait Coach Samples to join us here in the post-game show as Colin tries to head over and get him, and kind of difficult for me to really tell if he has Coach Samples or not at this point, but we shall see. And we'll keep it here anyway because they're going to present the plaque to Spring Mills with Athletic Director Glenn Simpson there at half court with the plaque. Well, you know what? We might as well take a break since we are on the away side. We're not really going to be able to see anything anyway except for back of heads. So let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. And when we return, we'll have Coach Samples.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Kick off the new year in a new Chevy from CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of new Chevy models on our lot. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Or check out a new 2024 Equinox and save up to $3,500 off MSRP. And did we mention every new car comes with Chevy Complete Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty? Find new roads at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the third most common cause of cancer deaths for men and women combined. Yet it is one of the most preventable. Every Friday in March, you will be able to purchase a FIT test for $25 to screen for colon cancer. Stop by one of the following locations on FIT Fridays to pick up your test kit. WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Blue Ridge in Martinsburg, WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Charlestown, or WVU Medicine Urgent Care in Charlestown, Inwood, or Martinsburg.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Welcome you back here to Spring Mills, to the Cardinal Coliseum here as Spring Mills wins their first sectional championship in boys basketball. We're now joined by the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Luke Samples. Coach, how's it feel to get to this point with your program?
You know, it feels really good. It comes down to 5 years ago. We believed, and it was those kids that did it. And just, you know, it's the hard work. It's behind-the-scenes stuff. And again, man, like we built a schedule this year. We built an off-season program like none other, and it was all for this and for next week, and then for Charleston. It doesn't happen by mistake, man. It's carefully planned. It's my assistant coaches over there, understanding, you know, my vision and adding their vision to it, understanding the kids' vision. It's like Max Anderson out there. He told me to take his brother out so he didn't get a second technical. That's my captain being a leader, man. I sent him out as a dumb decision, and I called him back over and I said, Max, like that's what it takes to win it all, man. Like, you be a coach out there. I'm just so proud of these guys. They grew. You guys watch them grow. I watch them grow, and they're just a great group.
Coach, congrats on your first section championship. I know the emotions obviously here are high for you guys, soaking in that moment. Ultimately in the game, second quarter, big difference. Your defense holds Hedgesville to no field goals, only 2 points, and that comes in the free throws in the final 2.6 seconds. Just talk about the effort on both sides of the ball for your team, but especially at second quarter and what the difference was defensively.
I just think if you could get Hedgesville down by a couple baskets, you can play your game again. You saw in the first quarter they were scoring dunks and threes, but we were still up by 4. So we went back to playing our regular man-to-man hardcore defense, because if they can't score, they can't win. So in the first quarter we played great, honestly. We sped the game up. We made them score with us, and they did a good job. But we came out with an advantage. And like I said, man, a 10, 12-point lead on Hedgesville is like being up by 20. Because what they do such a good job at controlling the game and controlling pace. Honestly, we like doing that, though. I mean, I really like doing it. So we only have 6 guys. We were in a little bit of foul trouble. So it kind of lended itself to us tonight. But, yeah, like our defense is what we hang our hat on. Effort, intensity, defense, rebound, and run, and that's what we did tonight.
Coach, it's going to be Musselman next week for the regional championship. What will it take to win the region?
We just got to be us, like I said pregame, man. Like, if we do everything we're supposed to do, we're confident in ourselves. They're a senior-heavy team. Coach Basile does a great job with them. They're very similar to Hedgesville. They played us really well here. But again, man, we have to take care of ourselves. If we do that, man, I think we'll be fine. It's high school basketball, though, man. You can win or lose any night. We've won 22 this year. We've lost 1, so obviously we're confident definitely at home.
Coach, again, congratulations on the sectional championship, and good luck against Musselman.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Coach Luke Samples, after his team captures that first sectional championship, Colin, and 44-29 win for Spring Mills tonight over Hedgesville. Just your thoughts on it here as Spring Mills takes the section for the first time in school history.
As you kind of heard there from Coach Samples, it's just as soon as you get up by, it seems like double digits against Hedgesville, it's all said and done. Unfortunately for Hedgesville, they're just not built to come back. That's not their style of play. And as soon as Hedgesville got themselves down in that stance, Spring Mills was able to pull away. That's why they're the best team in the state. Good teams find ways to win, and again, great night for them. And now the celebration starts for the Cardinals here in the Cardinal Coliseum, the first section championship for this young program.
We welcome you in now to the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge is located on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. As we'll get into our post-game stats, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. Starting with Spring Mills tonight. Caleb Thomas, 19 points to lead the way. Tyler Jones with 4, 10 for Youth Smith, and 3 for Max Anderson. Xavier Anderson had 7 as well, all coming in the first half. 4 from Xavier Kirk here tonight. 7 for Tay Wilmer, 2 for Gainey, 7 for Noah Brown tonight, and 9 for Pittsnoggle. And we'll get into our awards portion of the broadcast. We'll start with the rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Colin, what was your rejection of the game?
I actually think I'm going to give it to Xavier Anderson early on in the first with a good block to kind of set the tone for the defensive night of Spring Mills.
I like that one. That one definitely stood out. I thought one of the more impressive plays of the night was after Gainey got that steal and then Thomas got back on defense.
That was a good one, too.
That was the one that I was thinking of. But, yeah, I like the Anderson one early in the game. That was a good one as well. Moment of the game brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Can I say the entire second quarter? I've been saying that was kind of the difference, so that's been the moment. I mean, yes, it's a big moment, but entire second quarter is the moment of the game because that's when Spring Mills was able to really take the comfortable lead and hold on to it.
Finally, the player of the game brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer, located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or online at Orsini's.com.
Caleb Thomas, 19 points tonight, leading the way, and as you said, still a good amount of blocks, probably a double-double. We'll have to get the final stats for Monday's edition of the Sports Mix from noon to 1 on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10, but great game by him. That's why he's the best player in the state, as we've said.
So, next week, our only game will have a regional championship. Again, most likely will be here for Musselman Spring Mills to see if Spring Mills can win its first regional title, or can the Applemen play spoiler. Hedgesville will travel to Jefferson. Should be a good game as well. We know the EPAC always brings good games. Tomorrow we'll have Shepherd basketball as the Rams finish up their regular season in the men's and women's side with Senior Day against Kutztown. But for John Allerton, our cameraman, Dylan Bishop back in the studio, who will have post-game scoreboard show for you. Colin McLaughlin, I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from Spring Mills High School, and have a good night, everyone. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Spring Mills gets the win 44-29 over at Hedgesville to win their first ever sectional championship.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Hedgesville Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Hedgesville is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Hedgesville.com. The Hedgesville Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome into the N1 post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Dylan Bishop here following a sectional championship win for the Spring Mills Cardinals, 44-29 over the Hedgesville Eagles. On the other side of the region, in the other section, champions of Section 2 in Region 2, are the Jefferson Cougars. 66-53, they get the win over the Musselman-Appleman, which means in the regional championship matchups on Thursday, Jefferson will host Hedgesville, the winner in one region hosting the loser in the other, and Spring Mills will host Musselman. Again, winner of one game versus the loser of the other game. So Spring Mills versus Musselman at Spring Mills, Jefferson versus Hedgesville at Jefferson on Thursday. Those two games will decide who goes to the state tournament out of the Eastern Panhandle in Region 2. So let's move on to some scores from around the rest of the sports world here tonight. There's NBA action underway here this evening on ESPN. Currently, it's the Celtics and the Mavericks. 60-48, the Celtics lead with 4 minutes left in the first half. The 76ers with just a 2-point lead over the Hornets with 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Cavaliers lead the Pistons 76-52, just about halfway through the third quarter there. 64-61, Raptors lead the Warriors with just 2 seconds left in the first half. 15-15 game in the first quarter between the Trailblazers and the Grizzlies in Memphis. Kings and Timberwolves. Sacramento's up by 10 points, 24-14 in the first quarter, and with 1:20 left in the first quarter, the Pelicans with a big scoring outburst to start things out, 42-20 against the Indiana Pacers. The second half of the doubleheader on ESPN tonight is the Bulls and the Bucks in Chicago. That's scheduled for 10 o'clock, and the Wizards play in LA against the Clippers at 10:30. In the NHL right now, Capitals are playing. Second period over there, tied at 2 with the Philadelphia Flyers, 6:10 left in the second period. Coyotes with a 3-1 lead over the Senators in the second period as well. And one game yet to start in the NHL tonight, Devils and Ducks, scheduled for 10 o'clock. So again, Jefferson beats Musselman to win Section 2 in Region 2. And the game you just heard and saw on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, Spring Mills wins 44-29 over Hedgesville, setting up Spring Mills versus Musselman and Jefferson versus Hedgesville on Thursday in the regional championships to decide who goes to Charleston. This has been the N1 postgame scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Have a great rest of your Friday night and a great weekend.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, The Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.